Hello, friends. Today we have Murderous Grid by KenGlue. Doppelganger. Every row, column, and box contains the digit 0 always, as well as 5 out of the 6 digits from 1 through 6. It's missing one digit that is not 6. So we could have 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or maybe you have 1, 2, 3, 0, 5, 6. No 2 rows, no 2 columns, and no 2 boxes may be missing the same digit. For each 0 in the grid, the digit missing in its row, its column, and its box must be 3 different digits. Killer cages. Digits cannot repeat in cages and sum to the number in the top left corner. Now, I've never seen Doppelganger, the variant Doppelganger before, so I do have an example puzzle for this. If you've done this before, if you're a pro, if you don't care for the example, I'll put a timestamp here and a chapter below if you just want to skip to this puzzle. But I'm going to go over the example now. And I did solve this a couple days ago. I'm going to try to remember what I did, but I might just have to end up solving it again. I'm not sure I exactly remember. Rules are the same. 0 replaces either a 1, 2, 3, or 4. In each region, each column, each box, each number is replaced only once. The part that was confusing to me was that in this region, if a 0 replaces a 2, that means in this row, it won't replace a 2. It'll replace a 1, 3, or 4. And then in the column, it would replace a 1, 3, or 4. Everything would be different. So this 0 in this region replaces a 1, 2, 3, or 4. We know it doesn't replace a 1 because we have a 1. So we can use these for note-taking over here. This 0 in this region replaces a 2, 3, or 4. In the column, we know it doesn't replace a 2 because there's a 2 here. So the 0 replaces a 1, a 3, or a 4. For the row, we don't know yet. As far as placing zeros, we do need a 0 in this region. It can't go here because we already have digits, and it can't go here because we already have a 0 in the column. So we know a 0 definitely goes here. For this row, this will either be a 1 or a 4. Whichever one it's not will be what the 0 replaces. For this region, this will be a 1 or a 4. Whichever one it's not will be what the 0 replaces. For this column, we can have a 2 or a 4. Whichever one it's not will be what the 0 replaces. Now, I really liked this deduction here. I'm just filling in the notes. If the 0 has to replace a different digit for the row, the region, and the column, here we're going to be replacing a 1 and a 4 already. So this will have to be a 2 that's replaced because we've already replaced a 4 once for sure here. So there is no 2. It's replaced. This is a 4. We can make this a 2. Not sure which one of these is which yet, but it will be either a 1 or a 4. So now we've already replaced a 2 for the column. So these columns will not have a 2 replaced. We will definitely have a 2 here. What else can we look at? This is either a 2 or a 3, whichever one it's not. Oh, actually, this is a 3. So a 0 replaces a 2 for the region. Meaning for the row, it will not be replacing a 2, so we do need a 2. And then also a 1 or a 3. Either the 1 or the 3 will be replaced. This column is no longer replacing a 3. It's either a 1 or a 4. This is for sure 1, 2, 3. Just because of Sudoku, we do need a 0 here. We already have a 1, 3, so this will be a 2, 4. Meaning 0 either replaces the 2 or the 4. For the region, I can't replace a 2 for the region, so we do need a 2. We've already replaced a 2 in a region. I could have a 2 up here still. I also can't replace a 2 for the column, so I would need a 2 here or here. This also needs a 0 in it. And then can't use a 3, but I could use a 1, 2, 4. Meaning this row kind of has a lot of options. 1, 2, 4. This region could be replacing a 2 or a 4. I can't replace a 2 for the region. Can I say actually that a 0 could replace a 3 if this is not 3? Oh, it's good I'm looking at this again. I could just take 3 out of here and say 0 replaces a 3 for the region. This could be 0, 4, and this could be 1, 2. And that would be fine. So I need to be careful about that. This can't be a 3. I think at this point I would use shading is what I did to say that these are different. I can't replace a 3 in this column, so it's going to be a 1, 2, 4, but I can't replace another 2. So in this column, I'm definitely replacing a 3, meaning there is no 3 in this column. Meaning I broke the puzzle. Nope, I'm replacing a 3 here. That's fine. That's fine. I'm also replacing a 3 for the region. This 0 is the one that replaces the 3, so that's fine. Oh, I'm glad I looked at this again. In this region, I'm replacing a 3 with a 0, which means that the 0 can't go here because the 0 for this column would be replacing a 3 again, so that's not going to work. So the 0 is going to go here, replace a 3, that's fine. This is 1, 2, so this is a 4. For the row, it's replacing a 2. For the column, I don't know yet. I'm not going to have a 0 here, so this is going to be a 0. For this region, it's either replacing a 1 or a 4, but it can't be replacing a 2, so I do need a 2 in this region still, meaning this has to be a 2. Meaning because of Sudoku, this will be a 1. So for the column, this 0 replaces a 4. For the row, this 0 replaces a 2. And for the region, this 0 replaces a 3, which is good. What else can I look at? This column will be replacing a 1. It's the only number that hasn't been replaced in a column yet. So replacing a 1 makes this a 4. Meaning this 0 has already replaced a 1. It can't replace a 1 again, so this will be a 1. Meaning for this region, we don't have a 4. The 0 is replacing a 4. This region is a 1. And this, just because of Sudoku, will be a 2. Technically done, but I haven't finished my note taking. In this row, it's replacing a 4. I'm done. And in this row, it's replacing a 1. Perfect. So we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4 in each one. I'm really glad I looked at that example again because I definitely forgot how I did this. So the main puzzle, Murderous Grid by KenGlue. We're going to have the same thing as in the example, but also with killer cages. So how would I like to start on this? This is a 6x6. But we have some zeros, which are going to change the killer cages a bit. For example, I know I'm going to need a 0 in here somewhere because I can't get 3 off of 3 cells. Digits can't repeat. I'm going to have a 1 and a 2 and a 0. I could go ahead and pencil that in. I'm going to have a 0, 1, and a 2. This 5 is interesting. This doesn't have a total. It just means that digits can't repeat in here. Meaning this is the same as this. This can't be the same as any of these, and it also can't be this because it's C's in the region. So these are going to be the same. I'm going to go ahead and shade that. Okay. What else do I want to do? I for sure have a 0, 1, and a 2. 0 is replacing something in here. This can't be the same as any of these, and also can't be the same as any of these or these. What? This needs to go in here somewhere. Oh gosh, if we use zeros. Yeah, does that mean that this has to be a 0? Or that whatever digit this is replaced by a 0 in here? Ooh. Then is what I did here fine? These will be the same, or there's a 0. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I can say that. So if I use zeros, then this is fine. Oh, man. Okay, this is 5 cells to get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 10, so I'm going to have to do 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Meaning this is either a 5 or a 6, so for the row, I'm replacing either a 5 or a 6. We're off to a good start. If I put a 0 here, it means I can't use a 0 here. If I put a 0 here, it means I can't use a 0 here when this would be a 0. So I need to use a 0 here with this 5. It's either going to be a 1, 4, 0 or a 2, 3, 0. But I definitely need to use a 0. So this will not be a 0. let's see. This being the same as this. This will also be 1, 2, 3, 4. 0. If this... Ooh. I want to say that these are the same just because of Sudoku. But what if this is a 5 and there's just not a 5 in this column? Then yeah, I can't say that. Oh man. This would be a 4, 6. I don't think I can use a 0 in here because wherever the 0 goes, it sees this cage. So this is going to be a 4, 6 definitely. This is not quite the same. I could have a 0 here. But I don't want to use a 0 in this cage. This is going to have to be 5, 6. I was thinking about that backwards. Meaning, if I definitely have a 5 up here, and I can't put a 5 here because it won't fit anywhere, the 0 in this region will replace a 5. Oh, that's nice. Pink, apparently. There's nowhere for a 5 to go. It would see this, so it can't go there because of Sudoku. It can't go here because of my pencil marks, so it replaces a 5. Very cool. Oh, what about the row, though? Because now I can't put a 5 in this row either. I think this row would also have to be a 5. Right? There's nowhere for a 5 to go in here. And there's nowhere for a 5 to go here anymore. Meaning this row would replace a 6. So this is a 5. Ooh, that's interesting. So... 0, 1, 2, 4, 6. This is going to be a 3, and then a 1 or a 2. Or 0. I could put a 0 here, replace a 5 for the row. This would be 0, 3, 2, 1, 4, 6. I could put a 0 here also, and for the region, it would replace a 5. I think that works out, and that makes sense. Can I use a 0, 1, 2, 3 here? This could be a 0, 3, but then this would be a 6, and I couldn't use a 6 here. The biggest this can be is a 4, meaning this has to sum to 5, meaning I don't want to use a 0 here. Ooh, this is tough. Okay, meaning this is a 0. For the region, we need to put a 0 somewhere. Is it possible for this to not be a 4? Could it be a 3? If this was a 3, this would sum to 6, and I don't have the digits for that. Because this is definitely 5, 6. Yeah, okay. This is going to be 4. This will have to be 5, meaning this is not a 1. It is a 2, 3. Meaning I can't put 2 here. So this will be a 2 for the cage. This is 0, 1. Replacing a 5 for the row. And then I'll have to have one of these as a 0 for the region. This region definitely has to have a 0, so it's going to go here. This is going to be a 1, and then one of these will be a 0. This has to be a 0, so this will be a 0. In the region, it's replacing a 5, so I still need a 3 here, meaning none of these can be 3. All right, I'm making progress. This is making sense. This is making sense. What does the 0 in this row replace? A 1. Okay. Can I say anything about columns yet? I don't think so. This has a 3, this has a 1 and a 2. Oh, I can clean up. This is a 0, so this is not a 0. This is a 1, 2, so this is not a 1, 2. This is a 0, so this is not a 0. 0 in this row either goes here or here. And it replaces a 6. That's fine. This region, it replaced a 1. I can mark that. This column, it's going to replace something. It can't replace a 5 or a 1. So I could go ahead and mark this as 2, 3, 4, 6. This 0 has already replaced a 5 and a 1 also. So this will also be 2, 3, 4, 6 for the column. Okay. Meaning I do have to use a 1 and a 5 in here. Okay. It could replace a 3 can't go in here. A 3 could go here, or we could replace a 3. This is 0, 1, 2, 4. So this can't be a 4. This will be a 6, and this will be a 4. Meaning for this column, we don't have anywhere for a 5 to go. This is not replacing a 4 for the column. What else can I do with that? Oh wait, I have this as 1, 2, 4. I took out a 3, so I can't use a 2 anymore either. It's just going to be 0, 1, 4. So this is going to be a 2. Very nice. Meaning these can't be 2 anymore. This also can't be a 2. 0, 1, and 4. Replacing a 5. Let's see. Let's see. I need to use each of these digits. 0 has options, 1 has options. We used a 2, 3 has options, and 4 has options. This can't be a 4 anymore. The 4 still has options. Four regions, I already replaced a 5. So I can't replace a 5 again in this region. I do need to use a 5. And then to go with this, we'll also have a 1, 3, or 4. Or a 6. Could I use a 6 and replace a 1, 3, or 4? Yes. I think I could. But we definitely need to use a 5 here. And there won't be a 5 here. To get this 8, I can't do 5, 3. I could do 2, 6. I can't do 4, 4. But this will definitely be 2, 6. Meaning we have a 2, 6, and a 5 in the region. We can't replace a 1 or a 5. We definitely have a 2 and a 6. So this will either replace a 3 or a 4. Okay, interesting. For this row, all of the options are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've already replaced a 1, 5, and 6 in rows, and we definitely have a 2 in this row. So this will either replace a 3 or a 4 for the row. Okay. I don't want to put a 0 here. So 0 will go either here or here for the row. 0 can't go here. So this will be a 0. And this will be the 1, 4. Like that. So this will not be a 0. This will be a 0 for the row. Meaning this region can't have another 0. This column can't have another 0. Let's see. This region is either replacing a 3 or a 4, so I definitely need to use a 1. There's no way this could be a 1 because this cage would break. If I have to use a 1, it'll go here. And then this is a 3 or a 4. It can't be a 4 because this is an 8 cage. I would have to do 4, 4. So this will be a 3. This region is replacing a 4. Meaning for this column, I'll have to use a 4. And for this row, I'll have to use a 4. We already knew that. We can place these. But I have to use a 4 here, meaning one of these is going to be a 4. Okay. Meaning also I can't use a 4 in this region anymore. It'll definitely go here. So this column won't have a 4. This 0 will replace a 4 for the column. Whoa! If this is a 3, this is definitely a 5, so this won't be a 5. This region still needs a 1 or a 6. I can't replace 1s in regions anymore. I've already done that, so I'm going to replace a 6. And I'm going to use a 1. For this region, I do not have a 6. A 6 is replaced. For this column, I'm not replacing a 3 because I already have a 3. I can only replace a 2 or a 4, so I still need to use a 5, and then either a 2 or a 6. We need a 0 here. This cage doesn't have a number on it, just non-repeating. Okay, so I need to use a 0 here or here. I also need to use a 0 in here somewhere. I've already used one in this cage, meaning a 0 will have to go here for this region. Either here or here. So this, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. This is a 0. So this can't be a 0. This will be a 0. All right, what can I do with that? This column still needs a 3 or a 6, so this would be 3, 6. This column is replacing a 5. This column is replacing a 2 or a 6. This column is replacing a 3 or a 6. This column is replacing a 4. This column, I'm not sure about. And this column. This is the only place a 0 can go in this column. I already have a 0 in this column. So this is a 0. Awesome. This is either a 4, 5 or a 3, 6. If I did 3, 6, this would break. So this is going to be a 4, 5, meaning this is a 4 and this is a 5. This is not a 4. Meaning for the region, I'm not replacing a 4 or a 5. I actually am pretty limited on my region options. I have to replace a 2 and a 3 somehow here. Let's see. This 0 for the region is replacing a 2 or a 3. Meaning I definitely need to use a 1 and a 6, and then either a 2 or a 3. This can't be 1 or 3. If this is a 5, this is a 6, so this will be a 2. Yes, because I'm already replacing a 4. Yep, that's fine. This is a 5. This 0. Okay, this can't be 2. I definitely need to use a 1 in this region. So one of these will be a 1. Meaning 0 here is not replacing a 1. That's fine, I didn't want it to. I need it to replace a 2, 3, or 4, but this definitely has a 2. So this row, I'm replacing a 2, meaning this won't be a 2. I don't need to use a 2 in this column or region. So this might not be a 2. I don't want to fill that in. Are all my other notes good with what I know so far? This 0 is either replacing a 3 or a 6. We don't know yet. This 0 is either replacing a 2 or a 6. I don't know yet. One of these zeros needs to replace a 1. It'll be wherever the 1 doesn't go. This 0 can't replace a 3 because we have one, so it'll replace a 4. We know that. And this will replace a 3, meaning these won't be 3. This will be 1, 6, making this a 3. So for the column, we placed a 3, meaning this replaces a 6. Meaning this will have to replace a 2. So this won't be a 2. This region is also replacing a 2. That's fine because these are different zeros doing that job. This is replacing a 2, so this is replacing a 3 because we don't have a 3 in here. This is a 5, so because of Sudoku, this can't be a 5. This is a 6, and this is a 5. 0 for the regions, replacing a 2. We're good. This 0 for the row is replacing a 3. We have a 1-6 pair, so this is not a 1. It's a 4, and this is a 1. Sudoku, clean up. Sudoku, clean up. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 6, 2, 6. So these are set and these are set. I replaced a 1, that's good. I replaced a 3, that's fine, and I replaced a 4 here, that's good. This 0, or I should look at this one. This one replaced a 4, I don't have a 4. This one replaced a 3, I don't have a 3. This 0 replaced a 2, which is good because I don't have a 2. This 0 replaced a 1. This 0 replaced a 5. Okay. This 0 can only replace a 1 or a 3. Which means I have to use these 6s. One of these will be a 2. Oh, I have to use the 2s and the 6s. Oh wait, that's a confusing way of looking at it. That didn't make any sense. Hold on. I have to use a 2 and a 6. Oh, okay, wait, let's look at it this way. This 0 for the row replaced a 2. For the region replaced a 3. So I can't also replace a 3 in this column because this 0 has already replaced a 3. So I need to use a 3. And this 0 will replace a 1 for the column. This 0 will replace a 3 for the column. That makes sense. So this is a 3, this is a 2. I'm not going to have a 3 in this column, which is excellent. This 2 makes this a 6 and this a 2. I'm not going to have a 1 here anymore, so I need to take out this 1 and make it a 6, and this will be a 1. Wow, I really liked that. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. That was excellent. I have never used this rule before. I was really intimidated the first time I saw that example puzzle, but that was really nice. I like the way this all ended up working out. Excellent puzzle, KenGlue. Thanks for sharing it with me. Let me know how you did in the comments. Very nice.